right. Hello, my name is Luis Auguero, and I'm presenting on the language of Texan English. So, what is Texan English? It's a form of Deep Southern American English. It has influences ranging from Spanish, other Southern states like Georgia and Louisiana, and other European languages. So, Texas is pretty big. Uh, the the language varies from Midland, Southern, and Western regions. Some key characteristics to note about the language is that there is a strong Spanish influence. It has a unique pronunciation and unique lexicon, which is just words specific to Texas lexicon. Brief history about Texan English. As we know, Texas wasn't always a part of the United States. It was native land before it was a part of Mexico. Then it was its own republic, and then it finally became a state. So English didn't become the predominant language all the way up until 1836. At that time, native people and Spanish people were still around. Bilingualism was not uncommon. Uh, it was a pretty diverse area. Tejano English is just Spanish, Mexican Spanish and English kind of combined. Um, we started to see more influences pour in when migrants from southern states came in the mid 1800s, and then people started immigrating from Europe in the late 1800s. And in the 1990s, we saw a spike in Mexican migration. And all these were factors that, kind of diversified the dialect, made it more complicated. And they all continue to influence Texas English to this day. Some interesting linguistic features. It is described as a Southern accent with a unique twist. So, monophthong is a vowel with one part, a word with a vowel with one part. A diphthong is essentially the same except with two parts. So some examples of that are dog and pie. Texan English kind of flattens the monophthongs, so they would be said like dog and pie. I'm kind of exaggerating them. I don't know how to pronounce them very well. But some examples of diphthongs with the Texan accent would be cat and trap. You'd say cat or trap. Face would be like face. I didn't do that very well, but the O pronunciation kind of falls into that. Uh, some other words would be like fixin, or gonna. Instead of call, it would be call. And yeah, we there's like all sorts of stuff. There's artless words. So instead of 44, it would be 44. And I know that these are all different, but it's kind of just like a broad view of the linguistic features. And it's also important to note that Texan words have a deep-rooted Spanish influence. There's a lot of Spanglish in the mix there. A lot of people say mijo, frijoles, just words like that. All right, some key Texan speakers. Matthew McConaughey is a famous actor. He was born in Texas. He went to UT. He has a very world-renowned acting career. Some of my favorite movies are like Interstellar, Bernie. I think it was called Texas Buyers Club, and he's now a professor at UT Austin, which is where I live. And let's listen to him talk because it's a prime example of what a Texas accent sounds like.
What about your mom?
Mom was a painter. Um, kind of a gypsy woman, you know. She got tired of all the bullshit, all that she now did.
She paint this?
Yep.
Your mom?
Yep. You ain't got to hang it or nothing. I mean, I know like you like everything perfect.
I do not.
Yep, kind of heard it in his voice. Another Texan speaker be DJ Screw. He's from Houston, Texas. He was the first to make chopped and screwed music, which is kind of just like a production method. You can see him right here mixing both of those vinyl tapes. He produced a lot of music. He is arguably the most influential hip hop musician from Texas, and his accent is different, but it's also really unique. It's a Houston accent. Let's listen to him talk.
Do the J sound, man. Know what I'm saying? Maybe left right here, man. Creeping through that tray, know what I'm saying? Later, Brookwood, know what I'm saying? Southport to the side. The whole South, man. We in this bitch, man. Know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing but stacking the greens, staying on the lean, getting high.
All right, and that is a view of Houston, Texas, in that video. Um, so yeah, you could hear the accent in both of their voices. The way they said tired, tired. Um, a lot of these linguistic features, and it's just in pretty much everything you say. So Texan English, it was surprising to me how diverse the language is. These influences from Spanish, Southern states, even European. It was kind of crazy to see how many different languages made Texan English so unique. And living in Austin, Texas, uh, I hear all kinds of accents. People from Houston speak differently. People from the Hill Country speak differently. A lot of urban and rural divide with in terms of how a person speaks. So yeah, it's been really interesting to see. Thank you.